Hello, everybody, and welcome to Day Job. I am your host, Code Marvelous, and today I have a special announcement. Due to some recent changes in plans, I will be attending Worlds this year. So that is exciting. And that means I need to figure out what the hell I am going to be playing at Worlds. Pretty rapidly, I'd say. So this is actually a matchup that I wanted because I think that I might need to be on Anarch for Worlds because some cards in the pack, the Uprising pack, make SSO really strong. So having access to David is really, really good. Well, let's draw first. Let's run here. I'm guessing that this is going to be... Okay, perfect. So now, let's go into HQ. And then let's hit him with the mining accident. So Masvingo's going to be a problem. I was hoping for the asteroid belt. Because then we could rebirth into Quetzal and go get that. So we're just going to draw up to 7 here so that we can ditch 2 of our breakers and be ready to do the sure gamble next turn. Yep, so I just loaded up a slightly updated version of my Iris West deck. Find the Truth, RNG keys, paper clips, Amakuras, Black Orchestras, MKs, just kind of good stuff. And I slotted a single Mystic Mamie so that if I find it, it's a nice little economic reduction. Oh, I didn't put Stim Hacks in here. Whoops. We'll fix that. Oh boy, do I ever not want the cards that I'm drawing. Balder, you gotta chill, man. You want up? Come on. Come on. Nobody's stopping you. Come on. Alright. Well, you can continue to make my life miserable, I guess. Alright, we need to draw into a draw card. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to contest. Because we gotta hippo that off the table. High-profile target? Wild. Yeah, we have a Mystic Mamie in the deck. Balder, just get up here. Come on. Come on. We need to get Clippy into the bin. Yeah, this is exactly the matchup that I was concerned about, and we just didn't get a single draw card early. Which is not ideal. Oh, we can't even afford to get in. Yeah, that's probably going to do it for us, unfortunately. We did not... This is one of the problems that you can come across playing Val, is we didn't find any draw cards early, and I even mulliganed with for David, and we just didn't end up with one. So now we're in pretty bad shape. Yeah, well... So now we get our draw tools, but it's a little bit too late. Yeah, this is not great. Let's see if we can stabilize. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to get there, unfortunately. Morning, Timmy. Where are the Davids? Man, this is rough. I think we're gonna end up with like a no contest situation. Yeah, we also need stim hacks. I forgot to put stim hacks in this deck. So this is probably going to be, the 7 advanced card is probably going to be a must. Balder. Jesus, man. It's probably going to be a Masvinga with a million counters on it. Oh, thank God. Yeah, I don't think we're. I think we can pretty reliably call this a dead match. Yeah, because even if we'd have to get 2 hostiles and exchange them. In order for this to matter, but we can always see if we can do that. It ain't over until it's over, right? Find the truth. Okay, so... Yeah, I mean, this is a deck that I'm very much so concerned about, because I do not think that anybody is really fast enough right now to put up with it. So let's go into the laboratory. Let's take a look. Because I guess our biggest thing is we need something that sets up really fast. And has the ability to really disrupt. So, like, that leads me to Anarch, because Anarch has the ice destruction, right? I don't know, what do people think?
A new subscriber arrives. It fills you with determination.
Thank you for the sub gross test. 10 months in a row. I appreciate it. All right. Well, let's go back to the old chestnut. Are you eating my chain? Is that what we're doing now? Balder, you are like the worst. The worst cat. It's unreal. So I've got the ticket for Masvingo. Oh, you're thinking like a hand destruction deck? I mean, it's a thought. Embezzle is a card. So part of me thinks that, especially with a lot of them leaning really heavily on I think we can say that we could play Quetzal. That's what I'm trying to say. Not black. Because then we can do like triple knifed. We can get the hippos in there. We gotta get Clippy as our restricted card, I would say. I don't think it is safe to invest in Lamb currently. What are some other run events or events in general that we can throw in here? I mean, we could make this an APOC deck. That means we don't need these. So, do we want to do... So, if we don't do APOC, and we want to do traditional Ice Destruction, then how are we spending the remainder of our influence? So, like, Palangi and some clone ships, right? We can always go in. I want to get some deuces just for draw if we're going to do... Yeah, I'm working on it. Because we also need David. Guess we'll go up to triple chip with everything that we've got going on here. We can probably go down to 1 MK. I guess we don't need Hacktivist, so that's where our space for Inject comes. How many run events do we have? 3, 6, 9, 12. So that's a handful of extra clicks. Can get something like a singleton run amok in there. Okay, so that gives us some influence. We don't have any multi-access. So we probably are going to want to use those slots for a couple of turning wheels. I mean, this doesn't feel terrible, right? How do we feel about this? So, I don't think we really had... Well, we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 run events. I mean, we can always cut the Swift and turn it into an SMC. Or just... But yeah, we haven't actually tried Swift in Anarch, so let's give it a go and see how it does. We're on the eve of another archetype. I mean, we can go with a different restricted card. Like, we could do a Levy. Or even, like, Rumor Mills. Party like it's 2017. Nope. I mean, it wouldn't be too hard for us to get pad taps in. But then we'd have to do corroders. I don't know. We'll leave it as is. We're going to test it once like this. I don't know. So we've got 2 of these cards in here. We got Swift. And we got basically the avatar of Shannon here. I think we're gonna maul this. We're gonna give him the old GLHF. We're gonna do the classic Anarch Chestnut. Click for a credit, put down Liberated, hit it twice. Hippo's too good in this matchup. I think it's got to be the turning wheel for now. We'll find more, and we need the inject to keep things moving. Oh, wow. Interesting. Giving up free bad pub for the Reality 3D. I'll wait until after they use it. Let's hit HQ. But I want some money to get spent. Then we'll just get some money, we'll put Hippo down, and we'll get rid of the extra copy of Swift. Rebranding team. Solid card choice. So more bad pub. So I think, draw. Oh, perfect. We want them to have a little bit more cards in hand before we try to wanton them. Reality 3D is a zero-cost drip card that gives you bad publicity when you res it, and then you gain 1 credit per turn, 2 if the runner is tagged. So they're probably playing Expose. Yep, where they can get rid of the bad pub. It's like I'm a genius. Let's draw. Put that down, and let's get some more money. Yeah, so they're on this card called Expose, where they can advance it and then trash it to remove bad pub. So they effectively got those Reality 3Ds for no cost. Alright, let's run HQ. We need the ice to be rezzed. We don't want to waste... Okay, so we'll just bounce. Let's go into archives, get some cash. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have the means to break it. I guess we'd have to clone chip out. Alright, let's head over here. Let's see what's over here. Yeah, no, but So, this comes up a lot. Palangi happens after the encounter started, so your window to install from the trash is already gone. But we can just use Quetzal to get rid of it once we've turned it. Okay. And we'll get... So we're going to put this down, overwriting the David. We're going to run HQ. We're going to turn it into a barrier. Quetzal Pretzel kill it. Take the tag. And hippo it. Remove the tag, draw a card. Well, this deck has certainly been rich even without the Mystic. Alright, let's wanton. So it is. Let's turn that into a barrier. And Quetzal Pretzel break it. Then we'll trash all 4 cards. Exciting. Let's go check that. All right, you got him. All right, we need to count how many extra clicks Swift actually gives us over the course of an entire game. We are on David, but I don't know where you think these slots are coming from, Thomas. Balder, get out from behind the router. Hang on. Get out. So that's one click. Alright, so they lost the arc lockdown. Oh, and it looks like they are on a kill plan. I don't think it will have to be. APOC is getting increasingly hard to land as people, like, learn how to actually, like, properly place ice. And, like, there's so much incidental damage now that can, like, mess up your plans. Yeah, I don't think that's a huge problem. Alright, we need to get rock and rolling here. I'll let the whole thing fire. Actually, hang on. I can't really speak to it. The announcement should be coming out at some point today. So this is where things are going to get dicey, right? Alright, so we're basically dead. We're gonna run. That's basically gonna do it. Because they can just go get a boom at will. Yeah, I don't know in what universe our opponent thinks that I would let them have that money. Alright, we're still in this because I got rid of that too big to fail. Oh, no, we're still dead. Good game. Playing runner is hard. Alright. Let's get some of the old chestnut out. Get an interface, some interfaces into play. Gordo Sordo. Lady. Inti. Nano. David, Palangi, X2. It's going to be in Rotterdam in the Netherlands. Beth's a good card. Feedback Filter is a good card. Akamatsu Memchip is a good card. Probably 2 of those. We still need a Misdirection. Notoriety. Probably 1 Compile. We haven't used like hardly any influence. What am I missing? Oh, Clot. Yeah, I mean, Netrunner's pretty huge in Europe. We've been very fortunate in the past that Worlds has always been in the United States, just kind of by default. Oh, right, StimHacks. StimHack X3. Oh, Hunting Grounds. Right. Alright, so now we gotta make some cuts. Probably get away with 1 Akamatsu, 1 Astrolabe. We definitely need the Palangis. Or we can cut the Palangis entirely because they tax our clone chips a little bit more. And we can just get Atman in there. We can kick it old school. And then we don't have the need for compile. Yeah, there we go. Hold. Stop. We'll call this Hatman. Hope everybody's excited for MWL Day. While we're waiting, we can talk about potential corp deaths. I think... Oh, nope. Man, Thomas, if you're still here, what do I gotta do to end up with a Pro-Co and an opening hand? Unreal. I have a special plugin for it. Okay. Alright, I think we should have this. Yep, it's the first Nisei. So we're on the board, and we stopped the first Nisei, and we got a baddie out of the server. Still no sign of Proco, however. Let's see what we can... We gotta just keep moving forward and trying to set up, right? I'm not asking for much, JNet. I just want you to let me have a Proco in my opening hand, like once. Once is fine. I'm not asking for a lot, but it seems like every single time I try to play on here, and I play a deck that depends on professional contacts, I never get it in the opening hand, even if I mulligan for it. Oh, so... surprising. Rob is on the Baba Yudas. I was not anticipating that. Alright, so we have to be a little bit more aggressive about checking. Now, I figure... once per game or once per forever. So we're doing okay economically. I would like to find an RDI so that we can start pressuring R&D a little more strongly and clear this scarcity. We're going to pawn this cash here. Sure, that stinks, but we'll do it. So there's probably going to be another baddie in here. Alright, this time I'm gonna say 0. Alright, let's go back in. Lacosta grid. I would love it if they introduced an identity where you could just say, I start, I mean, I guess that was Ayla, right? The idea of being like, I start with this identity. I start with this card in my hand, period. So if this is a Nisei, then we can immediately drop the RDI and try to turntable it. Okay, it is. Perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to pawn. We're going to drop an RDI. And we're going to hit R&D. Because then we can immediately try to turntable it away. Let's go back in again. Double scarcity of resources. Love to see it. We got to try to lock and force the early use of the turntable. No, Rob is not somebody who is a proponent of Obokata. He almost always plays GFI. Oh man, we're working much harder than I would like. Yeah, you mean considering we have 12 cards left and we still haven't seen a single copy of Proco? I mean, I feel like we're playing pretty sharp and pretty smart here. Running is really friggin' hard in Netrunner right now. It's not ideal. Let's hit HQ. It's relatively inexpensive for us. So, because, like, if I exchange this, he's going to get an extra point. But the Nisei significantly improves his chances. I don't know. I think we have to not exchange it. We know that there's another GFI in there. There you are, you piece of shit. We've gotten a tremendous amount of mileage out of David this game. So let's stim hack into R&D. We're gonna go get David out before anything spoopy happens. For hunting grounds. Now, he has to think, because we're seeing 3 cards. So he's going to use the Nisei token here to prevent us from being able to get the easy steal there, which I agree with. I think we're gonna get some credits and then we're gonna go back in. Let's see what the encounter turns up. So again, it's 1 counter gets us there. Wow! Okay. We know that there's some big ice coming up, so we need to be wary of that. So that's almost certainly a Surveyor. Let's see if we can Okay. We got the GFI. And then we just are gonna basically wait a couple turns and then try to stim hack into R&D. Is basically what it's gonna come down to. Where's Nanotech? All 3 chips are gone. Alright, if we run on our next turn, we're seeing completely fresh cards, and that's exactly what we're gonna do to try to close. Yeah, one more RDI install and then a stim hack. Oh wow, he went all in. Okay. Thimble thinking. I mean, I think yeah, this time I was gonna say I don't think. he's likely to pay, and I think it's pretty, like, guaranteed that we're going to win on this pull. But I've been wrong before. Oh, they're all in hand. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna lose now because we whiffed on those accesses. Unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, I don't see us winning this now. RNG was... We're at 6 points, even with how much RNG was stacked against us. Yeah. God, that's so fucking frustrating. It's so frustrating. Yeah, because basically the only way we're winning there is if Rob, like, forgets that he has a Nisei token. Otherwise, any actual meaningful run, he's just going to end the run. Let's see if we can get Proko this game. Outlook is not good. Let's see if we get it on the mulligan. There we go. We got one. Getting Proco or not early is such a big deal. Stimhack is such a great shape of card. Okay, they decided they did not want us to have that. I wonder if this is a armed intimidation, or maybe a sales team. Atlas with a counter? Atlas with a counter. Alright. Yeah, I was going to say Hunting Grounds could be very good in this matchup versus the Odadua. Because that can get to be a pretty big nightmare in this matchup. We are already showing 2 out of 3 breakers, which is nice. We don't have any money right now, but that can always be fixed. So that's probably a Rashida in there. I don't know the degree to which we can afford to do anything about that. Oh, it's an Anson Rose. Okay. It's one of these. So we just need to basically get our RDIs. What we're going to be pushing towards is trying to get our RDIs and lock R&D with like a super meaningful run. And now that we've actually got the pawn shop engine going, things are gonna get a little better here. I guess the real question is do we try to go in there and get that? I guess we could. So we're fully loaded as far as breakers are concerned. And our engine is humming. Alright. We just need to get there. I'd say once we have 2 RDIs, it becomes valuable for us to hit R&D every turn. We gotta go get that, because they could be on some sort of weird... Actually, I guess it doesn't matter. They would just dump all of it onto the... So next turn, we're going to be ready to rock and roll. We just got to make sure we get Inti onto the table, because we can't afford to lose it. Oh, it is a government takeover deck. Okay, good game. It's not looking great, kids. Alright, let's go back into the laboratory. Why is F11 not working? What is our best bet? So I guess one of our biggest concerns as criminal is we don't have a very effective way of fighting fast advance. But we do have credit denial, which is a way of kind of fighting fast advance, right? All right. What else we got? We have embezzles. We have gosh, is Hot Pursuit worth getting just to have it? Or am I getting too spicy? I guess the idea is we always have a backup plan. Can be very good. Mobius, I guess, could be pretty good. And Early Bird as a 1x. And something like High Stakes Job as a 1x. Just we'll have all the bypass. This is probably fine. All right. All right. We're gonna see if we can land the APOC here. So it's high stakes job R&D. And then yeet. All right, we landed it. And we used a high stakes job. Is Lab Dog the one? Yeah. It's the one where you trash hardware. Alright, now we're gonna go in with the bankroll and the doof. We're gonna exchange some money. I mean, I like Ken. I think Swift definitely helps, right? What do people think? What are people playing on runner side? Right? What are people feeling? Mother Goddess. Interesting. So let's go into HQ. And then let's go in there and we'll say asset. Oh wow, there's a whole bunch of Gendies in there. I disagree. I think 419 can get very, very rich. And so can Az. It's just a matter of not actually being able to do enough to disrupt the strategies that are popular. Right now is the big issue. I don't know, once the MWL announcement drops, I'm gonna go into the tank. I think this is a keeper hand. GLHF. See if we can pull an agenda early here. Nice Beal early would be pretty good. Market forces. Okay, so we have to be wary about getting tagged, right? Okay, so already this is enough that we're gonna try to land the APOC next turn. Alright, so we're going to get all three bankers into the bin here. And we're going to get hard-hitting used anyway, so it's better that we just not have the tag. Now all their money cards are in the bin. So basically, they're gonna probably mad draw for a hard-hitting news here. And if they get it, good on them. If they don't, then we should be able to stabilize. Because we certainly did set them back quite a bit. Yeah, okay. So I think probably we're going to draw once, see if we draw a doof. We don't. And then we're just going to get some money. We're going to save these. So I think that's an asset. Okay. We're going to save these to clear tags later. I have to wonder, I want to check archives when we have a little bit more money, because I have to wonder if there was an AR on the table. Alright, so let's hit that. Let's see what they res. Okay, let the subs fire. Oh, if they pay into the trace here, how good would that be? Because they don't know, obviously, that we're holding the deuces wild where we're easily going to be able to clear it. They're thinking here, yeah, okay, that's perfect. So let's gain 3 and remove a tag. And they've let us know that that's important to them, so let's run back in and get it. And this is probably going to be like a cat or maybe a beetle. Oh, it's a Rashida. So they're looking to recover. Alright, we need to start gearing up for the next APOC. I am not averse to playing Ken Tenma at Worlds. Let me tell you how willing I am. I'd like to get another sure gamble here. This is exciting. The loss of their all 3 commercial bankers early is going to cut them real deep. But we're not in the best position yet either. We haven't fully recovered. Really, we need to find a DDoS and we need to find another copy of APOC here. Oof. This is tough. I'd like to get a class act here, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm excited to be going, son. Right now, I'm just shopping around for a runner. Okay, so depending on what this is, this could be very good. Okay, I'm hoping that they'll pop this, they'll go a little wide. Oh, right, we still don't have APOC. I hope they go nice and wide here. If they do, we can really, like, load up the potato with this Dirty Laundry and the Mobius and stuff. So, let's go check archives with this early bird. So there was an AR in there, I was right. Let's Mobius. And now, we have so many clicks left. Alright, we didn't quite get there, unfortunately. But, we now have the same old thing. So we have another way of being able to get the APOC. Whew. There's a lot of interesting lines that this deck generates, right? Now they have to be worried, because if this is like a Beal or not if this is hopefully for them an AR. Okay, it is, because that makes our APOC turn significantly worse, right? What do we think this HQ ice is? Oh, we got disconnected. Hopefully we can get back in before they leave. So I think we're gonna fire. We're gonna fire next turn because we can use feint to get into HQ, and then that gives us enough clicks to use same old thing. I mean, we'll pay it. That helps us tremendously that they used the combo early. Alright. I think we might be able to just get into HQ. Let's try that. Yeah, we're just going to be able to get in. That's so bad for them. So we're going to have one tag, so we have to assume that we're going to get closed accounted. We're going to beat the trace here so that we only have one tag, so we can't get boomed. Yep, so they set the clock back, which is fine. Because what we're going to do is we're just going to get ready to doof them next turn. Actually, I want to see what these assets are first. There are 23 cards in the trash. Alright, fine. Let's see what's in archives. Well, we have the credit advantage. Oof. We got rid of a Thoth and a Data Raven and another Data Raven. That's super duper good. Alright, let's run R&D. Let's run HQ. Let's run archives. And let's throw everything into the bin. Now we know that there's a hard-hitting news in their hands, so we can embezzle for that. So now I think that's all 3 copies of hard-hitting news. Now, still one left. We've done a tremendous amount of damage to their board state. Let's draw. Let's draw again. Let's get some money and get a new Swift down.
A new follower.
Hey, Bing, thanks for the follow. Let's draw. Let's doof. Then let's go in and see whatever this is. We'll pay through it. They're thinking about popping that NGO. Oh, it's an SSL. I mean, it is still basically free money for them, so... I mean, because we same old thing, we've actually APOC'd 3 times already. So we have enough potential energy in us for a 4th APOC because of our use of Swift. What did we just see that they drew? What was on the top of the deck? It was DBS, which is now, of course, like, out. Good game. Well played. We're out here playing Katanma like a boss. Like the boss that he is. I kind of want to get a 3rd class act in here. Oh man. Choices, choices, choices. I like having lots of bypass in this deck. Oh, looks like they don't have a deck chosen up. I mean, I'm feeling pretty good about this. It feels neat. I don't like this opener. I'd like to have an APOC in the opening hand versus something like Mirror Morph. Alright, so let's Mobius. Let's Mobius it up, see what we see. So that'll take us up to 10. Let's draw. Should have drawn first. Now we just really need a DDoS, and we're in business here. Thomas, what do you think? Should I be on APOC Crim for Worlds? I don't know. These are the decisions that define us. I don't know what our opponent's doing. They're certainly taking a hot minute here. Yeah, a DDoS would really make our game plan here. Because I'm hesitant to draw a lot of cards here. Yeah, I mean, and DDoS can be good in those matchups too, right? So can APOC, because you can just throw everything into the garbage, right? Versus SSO, having the board wiped of ice can be completely back-breaking. I think there's an agenda in there for us to steal. See what gets rezzed here. That's very good. They were nice enough to remove their own ice for us. Yeah, I think it's unlikely to see border control get hit. You know, this one of high stakes job has been surprisingly good. Oh, a restore. Neat. Yeah, let's Spearfish HQ. I have inside jobs in this deck, right? Oh my god, I don't have any inside jobs in this deck. How did that happen? Alright. Yeah, I mean, we're going to need to find room for 3 inside jobs, obviously. So we're going to have to do some maneuvering. It's probably going to be an early bird. This is going to go... maybe a copy of Class Act. And maybe one of the copies of Feint. Yep, we're already starting to set back up for the next one. Yeah, because I kept being like, I keep drawing for Inside Job, and we just never seem to come up with it. They are loving these restores. Now they know better, so we've always got to be running HQ first, because otherwise, if we run anywhere else, they'll know to use border control. But you got to start working on being able to break stuff with a breaker so that we don't give the tell that we're doing an APOC turn by using too many bypass events. So we'll start hammering archives, which also will force some more ice on there. I really want to get a DBS. I really don't want to cut Always Have a Backup Plan as a one-of, because I actually do think it has a good amount of value in this build. Because we're gaining the click back and we're running through twice. Our opponent is having a good think. I mean, we can just charge up this way. I'm just waiting on that DDoS so we can drop this big boy. That's gonna be a restore for what? Fairchild 3? Oh, nice. More stuff for us to APOC. That's all 3 restores. They're making good use of it in this deck. Alright, let's draw. Alright, and then we're just gonna bankroll a bunch, I guess. What do we think is the biggest ice that they have? Probably like a Fairchild or a Hagen. So if we can get up to 5 strength, we're probably good, right? Gatekeeper, yeah, good call. No, we'll just do it this way. So we'll run HQ first with the spearfishing. We'll see what they do with the border control, and that will decide how we structure the rest of our turn. I really hope they didn't just quit. All right. So let's spearfish HQ. Okay, they didn't use it. So now we're gonna high stakes job into R&D. And we're gonna hit archives. Alright. Oof. One of the face downs was an architect. So that's the Eli we just saw. So we're doing a pretty good job here of locking him down. I think they're probably very flooded. All three bank rolls down. We haven't seen much in the way of, like, dirty laundries this game. Also, our draws are fucking abysmal. Do we think that that is a Chrysium grid? Well, that's good enough for me. Let's pop this. And let's always have a backup plan into HQ. So we're going to let it do its work here. to get it. It's a Mason Bellamy. Interesting. All right. So they still have ice. Even though we're frequently resetting the clock here. How many embezzles have we gone through? None. So from here on out, I feel like we're going to end up needing to be pretty honest. So we're going to need to get this turtle down and stack some counters on it pretty rapidly. But in the meantime, let's get some options. So let's put this down. Let's say agenda. Corporate sales team. Let's dirty laundry R&D and see if we can just end the game right now. And then let's go archives. So they're going to get that sales team. You know what this deck probably needs? Pad taps. They're on the board now, though, which feels pretty good for them, I would imagine. Let's see if we can end the game right now. Let's doof them. I think this is either the Eli or the Architect. So we're going to take all that money and then we're going to come back in and we're going to say ice with embezzle. And we got the border control, which is our big enemy here. And we've got a pretty commanding position from here. Let's hit R&D. Let's hit R&D again. Let's go in here. Oh, that Mobius is nice. I mean, my 419 APOC deck had 3 pad taps in it, just to slow people down a little bit and pick up some credits along the way. I'm really proud of our opponent for like scrapping it out and not quitting. I mean, but this is just as good because we're giving them less turns to win the game. I mean, that's going to be it. That draw is going to be a good game because we can just run in here. Let's run HQ. We've got the money to get through whatever. And if they're as loaded as they say, we just win here. Alright, everybody, I think as much as it is insane for me to say this, we're 3 up with Apocalypse Ken. So I think this is where I'm going to start devoting some of my testing energy. So probably what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get rid of this, probably get rid of one of these, and then we're gonna get in Inside Job X3. We're still over. Man, it's tough. Probably get away with 2 falsifieds. Let's do one more. Actually, let me run to the restroom real quick, and then we'll do one more. No. Excuse you. Alright. Let's do one more. I think the bones here are pretty good, right? I don't know why it's only registering 2 games. But we did win 3 with it. Actually, feint is... The extra feint is probably not as good as the 3rd class act. So, as far as money goes, we have deuces, dirty laundries, embezzles, falsifieds, high stakes job, Mobius, sure gambles, and bankrolls. So we're a credit clicker 3000 a fair bit if we get locked out fast. Alright. No claws, Baldur. Alright, so we're up against sports. We've got APOC in the opening hand and Swift. What's not to like? Good luck, have fun. Baldur, no. We just want to get set up and get ready to do some damage. Baldur, stop getting tangled up in my wires. Nope, stop. Alright, let's draw. Let's draw again. I guess we want to try to force the issue on installs, right? That's why we have 3 on Makua. Baldur, stop! Stop! Baldur, stop pulling all my wires. Okay. So let's go ahead and hit R&D. Let's hit archives. Let's spearfishing HQ. Alright, let's go into HQ again. And because we have Swift, it's gonna give us the ability to APOC. And we'll APOC everything. Because we got that extra click. Let's draw. Let's draw again. Let's put down a bankroll. And same old thing. I wonder what's in the trash. Well, doesn't matter now. Let's draw. Let's gain some credits. Okay, we don't have a Swift. And we don't have an APOC. We need the Embezzle. We probably need the Doof the least, and the Mobius the least. Yeah, we probably need the Doofs the least. This is interesting. There's so many like interesting like calls we have to make. Okay. We'll go for launch next turn because... Oh, no, we're not, because I screwed up, because it's in the bin. All right. I really need, whatchamacallit. Nope, we lost. Good game. Yeah, I guess we should have just left that domestic sleepers. I don't know. I guess I should have pushed harder and just tried to do it earlier instead of getting fancy on the next one. That way we could have gone in and embezzled. Yeah, I think I tried to do the Flourish version and I took too long to set up the second APOC. Alright everybody, I think that's going to just about do it for today. Thank you for watching, and until I see all of you fine Netrunner humans again, always be watching, or be running.